Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually scared of talking about these episodes. I should be happy seeing how I'm finally caught up with Total Drama Rama Season 2, but believe it or not, I actually found the worst episode of the Total Drama franchise. Yes, it's worse than some of the bad Total Drama episodes I already talked about in my previous vlog, and it is, hands down, even worse than Sunday Muddy Sunday, the worst episode of Total Drama All-Stars. But before I talk about the worst episode, I had to talk about the other 4 episodes because coincidentally, this was the last episode before the Distant Cousin episode, and I already talked about that Max and Ella episode in a previous Total Drama vlog as a standalone vlog. The first episode is called Beth and the Beanstalk, where Beth, Owen, and Izzy climbs a giant jelly beanstalk because Chef took away Beth's chocolate bar because chocolate is prohibited in the daycare, so Owen makes it up to her by giving her these jelly beans, but those jelly beans come from his socks, which made Beth feel disgusted, so she spits them out and the jelly beans grow into a beanstalk. And when they climb up to the top, it turns out there's actually a giant version of the daycare. Not a castle like in the original Jack and the Beanstalk story, but giant versions of the daycare, Chef, and the Total Drama kids. But this gives Beth an idea to grab the giant chocolate bar from Chef and bring it back down to the beanstalk. I'm pretty sure that's not how a giant world worked. I'm pretty sure the writers were trying to come up with something more twisted than a giant castle, or a giant, or a goose that lays the golden eggs. But to be fair, this episode did have some funny jokes, like there is a jelly bean that acts more like a doorman for the elevator. And there's even a scene where Chef caught Lenny, the evil hamster, trying to catch the tiny versions of Izzy, Owen, and Beth for stealing the giant chocolate bar. And Chef is actually shocked that he actually speaks hamster, but yet he's cool with a tiny version of Owen, Izzy, and Beth. It's actually kind of weird that he's freaking out over he's speaking hamster, but he feels more accepted that there's tiny versions of the Total Drama kids. The next episode is about the Total Drama kids celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and they do it by whacking piñatas. However, Izzy believes that the piñatas are living animals, but Chef explains that they're only papier-mâché animals. But she soon discovers one of the piñatas are alive, and she decides to keep it as a pet. But there's actually a big twist to it, I think. If the Total Drama kids don't whack out every single piñata in existence, the piñatas will form a gremlin-style invasion and take over the world. Because apparently, according to a history book that Chef found, because there weren't enough piñatas to satisfy everyone, they made giant versions of the piñatas by using dark magic. So yeah, the dark magic bit is pretty dumb, but it wasn't insulting to the holiday because, to be fair, the traditions they bring out are actually pretty fun and interesting, like whacking piñatas and having a taco buffet. I'll also give credit that this episode did have some nice fighting scenes, including the scenes where the Total Drama kids smashed the piñatas. This episode wasn't insulting or mean-spirited as A Crazy Night, but it's definitely not The Book of Life or Coco. Part 3 of this vlog is about Owen, Lashana, Bridget, and Cody becoming hide-and-seek champions, but then they get invited to the world's biggest hide-and-seek champion, and she's definitely not happy that they stole her record, so they decide to play a game of hide-and-seek on her island. But if you guys really want to know, I really didn't care that her island was Camp Walmanaqua, even if they used the conventional camps. It's pretty much the same reaction you would have with Dragon Ball Evolution when you saw the dragon at the end of the movie, but you just don't care about it, despite it's a reference to the anime. I'm not saying this episode is at the level of Dragon Ball Evolution, I just didn't care about the reference they put in. Anyway, they play the hide-and-seek game where the Total Drama kids hide and the champion seeks, and she turns them into gold because if she can't have her hide-and-seek champion trophy, then no one will. And you want to know how she can turn them into gold? Because she has these golden gloves she got from a magazine, the same way you got your X-ray goggles. Okay. This episode is not considered a competitive episode like the Silent Game or the water balloon competition. It's pretty much an episode that's entirely referencing to the most dangerous game. There was a good reverse psychology on how Lashana beat the champion and escaped from the island, but aside from that, there is nothing much to it. The next episode on our list is Royal Flush, where Hero wants to use Chet's private bathroom so he can go real bad. But because Noah messed up the security system to the bathroom, Hero is locked from the inside, and Noah, with the help of Beth and Duncan, had to figure a way to save him because he actually thought Hero accidentally flushed down the toilet. But of course, he's still in the bathroom and he's getting claustrophobic and he's making friends with a toilet paper. But Noah, Beth, and Duncan go down to the sewers and hope to find him, but they actually found a talking alligator that wants to be friends with them. I didn't like this episode because it was so cliche. It was nothing more but a misunderstanding. Because we already know Harold didn't accidentally flush himself down the toilet, you just don't care about the side plots they keep going in between. Like the scene with the alligator, or where Harold is trying to find some inner peace, and he's talking to this toilet paper, because apparently it's the next Mr. Coconut for some reason. It was a bad episode, but it's not as bad as the fart episode. And if you guys really been catching up on Total Drama-Rama, you know exactly what I mean. In this episode, Lashana has a loose tooth, but she accidentally swallows it, so she came up with a plan to capture the Tooth Fairy in hopes of getting some money. She doesn't catch the Tooth Fairy, but she actually caught a different fairy called Smelliet the Fart Fairy. And unlike the Tooth Fairy, he doesn't give away money or anything. He actually likes to smell people's farts, including the characters of Total Drama-Rama. You see the problem with this episode? Okay, let me try to calm down for a minute. Let me explain the character, Smelliet. He's actually a disturbing character to be with. The number one reason? He's disgusting. Not only for his bad fart puns, but his visual gags revolving farts and stink clouds. And the second and most obvious reason, he actually likes smelling other people's farts, including the young version of the Total Drama characters. And yeah, there's even a flashback showing his best moments when he actually smelled the other characters' farts. And, I just don't like thinking about it and looking at it. Just no! No! What kind of writer or network would allow a character like this to exist? Because nobody wants to see a person smell someone else. It's just plain wrong. Even the Brunch of Disgustingness episode didn't go that far with his vomiting. They just saved the best for last and hid some of the vomiting scenes off screen. With the farting fairy character, he's actually a creeper. It was like a food fight and Ren Stimpy Adult Party cartoon had a baby. Why? I know farting is considered one of the major highlights of the Total Drama series, especially Owen, but Owen is alone to carry the gas. We don't need any more of this. Oh, by the way, this episode gets much more stupider as it goes along. After the Total Drama kids have fun with this character, they actually discover there's a giant smog in the sky, which is actually every fart in the entire world, and the only way to save the world is if Smelly inhales all the farts, but he doesn't have all the energy to do so. And you know where this episode is gonna go. The Total Drama characters had to fart on Smelly so he can inhale all the farts into his system, so he can fly into the air and inhale the rest of the farts in the sky. But the catch is, the Total Drama characters are out fart, except for Lashana, because she refuses to toot, because she keeps telling him that she never toots. But, Lara reveal, she did, which explained how she ended up caughting him in the first place. Okay, Nature 101 here. That is not how global warming works, and how to solve it. In order to solve global warming, you had to recycle, plant more trees and flowers, and of course, use much less energy. Also, they really didn't have to fart to help Smelly to gain his powers back. They can just easily throw him outside and toss him to the air so he can assume all that smog. But nope, they had to make Lashana confess that she accidentally farted the other day. I had to ask this question, why did this character have to stay throughout the rest of the episode? Lashana could have just put him back in the box and get rid of him. Why couldn't the character just let the military arrest this creeper? And yes, the military actually came in because Chef called them for a fourth wall breaking joke. And by the way, that joke doesn't work. Even if you're self-aware, it doesn't work. Actually, the more I think about it, I think Chef was actually trying to save the Total Drama characters from this farting fairy. So there you have it. This episode is worse than Sunday, Monday, Sunday. It's not funny, the gags aren't funny, it's mentally scary, and this is an episode that should not come back for another rerun. So there, I'm done with this total drama vlog. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I need to wash my eyes. And trust me, after Disney Cousins, Total Drama Rama Season 2 has a lot of cleaning up to do. Oh.